Welcome to another episode of the Flood Watch podcast. Hi, I'm Congressman Mike Flood, here to bring you the latest updates from Capitol Hill, key issues shaping the debate in Washington, and the news that matters most to Nebraska and the nation. Thank you for tuning in. This week, I was honored to be unanimously elected chairman of the Republican Main Street Caucus. This group includes more than 80 conservative members of Congress committed to advancing common sense policies that support our nation's hardworking families and small businesses. I'm proud to follow former Chairman Dusty Johnson of South Dakota, who led the caucus for nearly 3 years before stepping down to run for governor. I'm excited to carry the caucus forward and build on its tradition of delivering real results. The Main Street Caucus has been deeply involved in promoting President Trump's agenda through Congress, including helping to pass the One Big Beautiful Bill, a major package of common sense reforms designed to boost our economy. We're also focused on strengthening our borders and fighting the fentanyl crisis that continues to plague our communities nationwide. These issues are critical to protecting American families, and I'll continue pushing for solutions in my new role. This week, I reintroduced the Sustainable Aviation Fuel Information Act with support from Louisiana Democrat Troy Carter. Nebraska is a national leader in biofuel production and the bioeconomy, with sustainable aviation fuel being yet another important tool for growing our rural communities. My bill requires the U.S. Energy Information Administration to include sustainable aviation fuel in its published data. This transparency helps industry leaders track production trends and make informed decisions that support innovation. In related news, I'm proud to share that my bill, the Equal Opportunities for All Investors Act, passed the House by voice vote this week. This is a bipartisan win based on some of my work on the Financial Services Committee. In general, this bill modernizes how we define accredited investors. Currently, that status includes an individual's wealth as part of a measurement. My bill helps shift that focus towards knowledge and merit, instead by creating a new rigorous exam administered by FINRA. Simply put, this levels the playing field and opens new doors for more Americans in our financial sector. Finally, an update from my work as chairman of the Housing and Insurance Subcommittee. One of my top priorities in Congress is increasing the supply of housing, which impacts both rental and home ownership markets. It's simple. More housing means more affordable options for families. This year, I've worked with Ranking Member Cleaver to gather bipartisan input on reforming two major housing programs, the Home Investment Partnership Program and the Community Development Block Grant, better known as CDBG. These programs haven't been updated since 1992, with reform being essential in reducing housing costs and expanding supply nationwide. I look forward to sharing even more of my efforts on housing as my bill reforming the Home Investment Partnership Program continues to work its way through the committee. And that's a wrap for this week's Flood Watch podcast. If you haven't already, I encourage you to sign up for my Flood Watch newsletter at flood.house.gov. It's the best way to stay updated on everything happening in Washington and in our district. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.